That's us recording now. Hey guys! So...
He's burning James.
well, if you guys aren't aware, so Garbu, do you actually know the whole story? Because I don't really know the whole story. I've just seen bits and pieces.
So Soy Party or Soy Jack Party, it's a whole other website where they're basically counter 4chan. More or less they exploited the fact that
it's old as shit.
Fucking Asian Moot never updated the fucking coding for the website, so they literally pounded the website trying to exploit its weaknesses, and they figured out that, you know, when they uploaded PDFs, you know, because on TG for sure you upload PDFs.
Yeah. Well,
like the code didn't do something correct with the PDFs. They could gain backdoors via just uploading PDFs and shit, and they sat on that for like a year. It was a year in the making, this whole thing. And they got in, they found a fucking crack in the walls, and the barbarians invaded.
No.
You know?
What will I ever do without my poll BBC threads? No. Think of all the BBC threads lost, or the twink threads. I mean, honestly, I've got no idea how anyone even goes on CB. Like, see random, like, has it been anything but gay porn for the last, like, 20 years?
Honestly, I haven't gone on B in, like, fucking 7 years.
I would say, for me, honestly, since, like, 2008, maybe? Although, maybe I think, well, I tried to go on a couple years back, and then it was like, mate, this is just gay porn. The fuck is this about? It's literally just gay porn.
This isn't video games, this is gay porn.
What the fuck's going on here, guys? So, before we get stuck into it, one thing I want to say about is the artwork is finished for the deck of many squaggers. It is completely finished. I am currently just waiting on money to process, and then I can go ahead and pay the printing company, and they're going to get that printed, and they said it will take a month for the printing to be done. So I'm hoping the money should be in within the next, like, 2-3 days, hopefully. So,
nice.
Yeah, it won't be that long before the order's placed, and once the order's placed, and it comes in, then I will let you guys know. Like, you know what, I'm just going to do updates on the community tab anyway, like, you know, just so people can see. But anyway, do you want to jump right in? We've got a few things here, so I do. So there's this one video I want to show you, Garbu, because I thought it was really funny. This actually gave me a good laugh. So, can you hear this?
My baby, I just found out my baby mama this.
Right, so you ready for this? So,
all her child support checks on her new boyfriend.
So this boy's been paying child support. Going to the wife's new boyfriend, right? Wait, this is one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
She even called me one day and asked me to send her extra money so she could buy my son new shoes. I'm like,
yeah, okay, yeah, sure, we'll get him new shoes, yeah, that's no issue.
I send him money, he come over, I'm like, hey son, what kind of shoes you get? He said, Mom haven't bought me any new shoes in a while.
Oh, no.
I'm like, huh? He said, yeah, her new boyfriend Jarvis been needing a lot of money. So I call him, I'm like, why am I so...
Yeah, Jarvis. Wait, is that not Iron Man's assistant?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's like the fucking Iron Man AI he uses.
Oh, I have a joke there, but I can't use it. Anyway, let's keep going. You know what, actually, do you want to talk about that with all the Wizards of the Coast staff leaving? Or do you want to even acknowledge that? I don't know if I want to even acknowledge that. Not gonna...
I mean, it's all the old heads leaving, pretty much.
I mean...
You know, like...
Like, you know what, like, we'll talk about that after. Trust me, this video is great. This video is fucking brutal, man.
You're telling me that you haven't bought him anything new, and you just asked me to send you money so you could buy him something new. She like, it's not like that. He just kind of going through a lot right now.
Yeah, he got a lot going on.
It's not like that.
His mom just
died. He's going through a lot right now.
And he's just
cremated, so her remains are just sitting at the funeral.
My man Jarvis, he need new shoes. I can afford it, and he can't afford it, so I figured you buy new shoes.
Right, wait to hear that. So the guy's mom can't afford the cremation. I wish this video was this has to be real for me.
And nobody help us out. I'm like, man, that don't got nothing to do with me. She like, don't be selfish.
Don't be selfish.
Less. So I went down to the funeral home and I bought his mama's remains. And if he want to see his mama again, they gonna have to buy my son shoes.
I saw the urn in his hand. I saw the urn.
Matter of fact, I'm about to finger her right now.
Oh my god, please tell me this video's real.
Please don't finger my mother's ashes.
Beautiful.
when your wife's fucking ex-black husband fucking fingers your mother's ashes live on camera on TikTok.
I really want that. Like, if there's one thing I want to be real in life, is this. Like, I've came across a lot of stories online where I wish I don't want that to be real. The world would be a better place if X and Y didn't exist.
And then the black man started fingering mama's ashes.
Oh my god.
And
beautiful.
That made me sad.
That was beautiful. And then I got one other one. That one's just funny. But so, do you remember we did this guy a couple months back? So we did. And he was talking about how fucking people want to do like a podcast instead of like fixing, like keeping, you know, like corn silo or fucking whatever. Do you remember that?
Oh, right. Where they want to fix up their barns and farm. They want to do fucking. The kids want to do podcasts.
Yeah. It's like the whole idea of like, if you want a healthy society, people are gonna have to do things they don't want to do sometimes. Well, this one's actually a really good video. This one's actually a lot better, and this one got me thinking about SERVATORS because I'm reading. I'm not reading. I'm listening to Hell's Leech at the minute, and I'm just on the bit where it's the fella. I think he's like a priest and he's still stuck on that Titan, so he is in the cathedral, and he's like sitting feeding the servitors, and it kind of got me thinking about that. So it did. So I kind of want to put this one in as well because this one it actually is genuinely pretty good. So look, let's hit play here, and you tell us what you think, Garbu, because I actually quite like this.
I think it was wrong to do this. This specimen is an extinct type of dog called a turnspit dog. One of them is visible in this picture, in that wheel at the top.
Oh, see, shit, I know about these. Yeah. They were a literal labor dog.
Yeah, like they were just made to turn the wheel.
Well, they mostly did like household labor or like factory labor, and they like no one treated them nice. They're just a tool.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
Dire, dude.
But the thing is, like, you know, but again, it's like any dog that's bred to do a certain job. They love doing that job, you know? Like, they live for that shit.
You know, that is actually a brief philosophy thing that we can discuss later if you want.
Well, here, no, this is what this video is about. This is where it gets really interesting. It's actually pretty cool. And you know what? I'm just going to hit play. We'll let the video play, and then we'll talk after. Does that sound like a plan? Because it's actually really good. Yeah. I think this is actually genuinely a good one.
I believe blacksmiths used them too, actually, now I'm thinking about it. They're old drawings of it. Anyway, go ahead.
If you wanted to rotate meat over fire to cook it evenly, well, they didn't have electricity. So they had this wheel, and they bred a type of dog to run in it. That is the turnspit dog. Due to its genes, it just loves running in this wheel all day. Is it morally wrong to breed a creature to do this? Again, this is a task that is hot and repetitive and strenuous, but due to our selective breeding, it presumably enjoyed doing it. In the same way that beavers love to build dams. If you bring one into your house, it will build a dam in your hallway. That's its favorite thing. If you have a pet dog that is a herding breed, if you ever take it out...
Oh yeah, I can attest to this. OD, see the amount of times OD chases cows around the field? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's really bad. He does it all the time.
I had a border collie who was depressed, so I bought her ducks. She would herd her ducks around the yard for like hours on end, just herding ducks, and she was the happiest fucking dog ever, dude.
It just makes him happy. It just does.
Like, and let it. Like every day I go out, I would release the ducks. And he would just he would go. That dog would climb through the wall to go herd ducks, but like I didn't have sheep or anything. I was like, I guess I'll get her some ducks then.
They'll do the job. They'll make them happy. But anyway, like this is where it gets really fucked up.
See a herd of sheep, it will act like it is Christmas. It will run out there and start herding them. Breeding the animal to do the task means it enjoys doing the task. So if you say it seems like a win-win, we need the wheel turned, this animal loves turning the wheel. But remember, humans have genes that make us enjoy doing certain things too. And knowing that at some point in the future we will have the ability to edit the genes of our offspring, how long is it going to be until somebody has the bright idea, well, you know, there's certain jobs that nobody wants to do anymore. But rather than let a robot take that job away from a person, why not just give somebody the gene that makes them love that kind of work? Because their argument is going to be, who loses in that scenario? I've made a person who just loves washing cars so much that they don't even really want to be paid very much to do it, because they enter such a blissful meditative state that they would pay to do it. And what would they buy with their money? They already get to do the one thing they enjoy. And I kind of find that terrifying, but honestly, I can't articulate why. Because hey, it's win-win.
So that's the thing. That got me thinking servitors, like little servitors.
Well, that's
for
based
40K.
upon what slavery actually is, and technically that'd be genetic slavery.
Oh, yeah,
we want to get
But they're
down to
happy
it.
slaves. They're happy slaves, Garbro. They would be happy.
There's you don't understand, Paul. You're happy to be here.
It'd be like Song of the South. What would the slave do without poor old master? You know what I mean? What think of it? What was the
So let me tell you, Jimbo, we're going and make it so our slaves are genetically inclined to sing while they pick our cotton. Yeah, it sounds great.
You're gonna be happy to pick our cotton. You know what I mean? Like the will be. But you know what? But the other thing that gets me is right. So part of me thinks, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. But on the other hand, one thing that we do have a major problem with is how many people work jobs that they are fucking miserable in. And how many people would feel like they won the fucking lottery if they got to do a job where they actually enjoyed doing it? That's the biggest problem, I think.
I mean, the thing is, the most enjoyable, the most high-paying jobs are the least fucking enjoyable. I mean, I'm sure there are ones out there that are, you know, that go against that coil quite a fair bit. But most jobs that pay the best, people don't really enjoy. No one enjoys being out 100-degree heat, fucking welding, piping for gas lines.
Yeah,
it's just you do it and you suffer because it pays a lot of money.
It's a good bumper payday.
Now you mentioned servitors again. That's technically indentured servitude, because I remember if I'm reading correctly, servitors serve out their prison sentences, don't they? As a servitor,
they can be. You can be turned into a servitor for almost anything. Like, okay, so say for let's go for Space Marines, field initiates for whatever reason tend to be turned into servitors. Same with Adeptus Mechanicus. But again, like a lot of prisoners get turned into servitors, and there's a lot of reasons why people can be turned into them. And of course, like, you know, just in case anyone doesn't remember, the reason why they do servitors is because, again, they don't like AI and all that sort of thing in 40k, and that's why they've got, like, you know, pretty much brain dead machines, you know. But yeah, it just makes me think of servitors, if I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a pretty interesting topic, and I thought it was worth talking about, because I think it is something that I feel like we are not that far. What do you think of the whole thing with the direwolf? Like, they bring back direwolves.
I mean, I am all for having friend-shaped direwolves. I'm like, fuck, give me like 14 direwolves, I'll be happy, and I'll die happy. Honestly.
I'd be okay. I'd be okay if they brought back woolly mammoths, not gonna lie. Like, you know, I'd be pretty happy.
Those things are so cool. Like, when you think about it, those are giant, hairy elephants that could live in North America. Like, fucking gives me that shit. Like the fucking...
Could we make them so they are not, like, so they're wild, though? Can we make them so, like, they will?
That's the thing. So that's
do we have a wilderness big enough to sustain them? Because let's be serious, you couldn't have them in North America. There's too many roads. But maybe you could have them in, like, Siberia.
No, you could have them in Canada.
Oh yeah, you could do Canada. Yeah, definitely in Canada. Like,
but the thing is, though, we're talking about genetic servitude, and it comes to the point of, you know, if in most media, AI is treated as like, you are a slave, do my bidding, you fucking robot.
Yeah.
But think about other things. They're like Blade Runner technically has replicants, right? Which were created beings who do a job. I mean, it's part of like the lore, but technically Blade Runners are replicants who hunt other replicants. Yeah. But
were they happy to do the job?
I mean, I don't know. I guess so. They kept, or they were compelled to do it, or they felt like if you let a being know, hey, you're really good at this. Like, say, you know, you're an artist on Fortune, so you write really good stories. It kind of funnels you in towards this fucking, like, I do like that. I get attention for running. You kind of mind fuck people because they got me.
Wait, I got this. I've worked out exactly what this is. They have worked out how to genetically engineer autism So they have, and they've like this is what you're interested in: washing cars.
So,
washing cars is your start.
I was going to bring it up, but technically, yeah, they'll be breeding in engineering a fixation.
Yeah,
you know. So like instead of like I like trains, it's like I like putting phones together. It's my favorite thing. Like
I can do it blindfolded, and the other thing is, think of like dogs. You didn't have to like train your dog how to herd them ducks. It just was built into them already. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't built into them. It was bred into them over hundreds of years. Like,
oh yeah, I know, but they're born. But they're so born with it. Like you didn't have to train that dog. Like the dog was just.
You know how you can like have a machine make a sandwich, or you can hand make a sandwich?
Yeah.
More or less, our ancestors couldn't edit gene code, so they literally had to make the sandwich the hard way. They had to spend hundreds of years making this sandwich, and now the sandwich / dog does the thing they want them to do really, really well. Now what this does is they can go in and go, okay, genetic code, and they can use a robot to make a sandwich that's done in a matter of days. So it's basically it kind of like say like this table is handcrafted. A man spent hundreds of hours making this table for you to fucking paint your 40K miniatures on or some shit. Or you can go to Walmart and buy a table some like beat the shit Uyghur slave made in a Chinese sweatshop for $10.
But what if the Uyghurs were happy that they were working in a sweatshop though? Imagine if they were singing songs and shit.
but that's part of the analogy. With genetic coding, you can get the really cheap table done really fast by simply engineering the being to do the. We made a being. We grabbed one of the Chinese kids who couldn't run very fast. We got him, and we rewrote his gene code so he loves making oak tables. It's more or less genetic slavery, and it is a topic to discuss because if people are like, well, I don't want to have robots do it. That's taking jobs away from people. Well,
yeah, exactly.
Not every guy wants to go and make you a fucking oak table. Like I want to play video games and jerk off to anime porn. I don't want to make fucking oak tables. Well, then you got a problem of either you make a robot do it or you literally mind and gene rape a fucking human to go make your fucking tables. And at that point, is it a human or is it a robot? Or is it like a servitude human? Oh, he's an S-class, because he's a genetic servant. It would create a whole new class of human beings who their entire lives are simply to serve.
And on the other hand, what we have here is we're talking about people that would be beneath normal humans. Well, we would consider them to be beneath us. But what happens if we
absolutely. I have no doubt that there would be immediate class. Like, think about Karens today and crank that shit up to 11.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking S-class fucking ding my Mercedes. Who's your boss? Who's your genetic writer? And you get like, you need like fucking like gene code insurance. Like, oh, fucking Timothy Williams fucking had a bit of a fucking meltdown because the carts weren't straight.
Yeah.
And he threw a rock through someone's windshield.
But then,
you basically would have.
But what if we go the other way and make them? What if you could like recreate Alexander the Great? You know what I mean? Or what happens if you could just make
yeah. So you could
unironic Giga Chad human beings.
Well, no. Do you remember? Fuck. What was that movie called with?
Hitler, the greatest story never told, right?
No. Sci-fi.
Yeah, you moved by the last battle.
Where soldier is made from birth. Yeah, sorry. No, it's called Soldier. It had fucking Kurt Russell in it, and these troopers were trained from birth to be soldiers. But technically, you could take gene code and make this true. So I believe Todd. It was fucking Todd. His name was Todd. Todd was a genetically engineered soldier, right? He only knew war, soldiering, combat, and he in a genetic engineering deadened his mind to like warmth and love and shit. And you could genetically engineer. You could literally the Akimanoans who made the clones for Star Wars, right? You could have that. You could gene engineer lieutenants, sergeants, generals, troopers. You can literally make them and gene code write them to be nothing but a soldier.
And they love it, and they live for war, again, very peacefully, almost. It is very 40k, it does have a lot of 40k elements.
Actually, believe it or not, 40k does not gene alter. The Krieg might, but for the most part, the Space Marines went and found neophytes, and they recruited.
Yeah, they
were recruited.
Though. Like, you know, the gene seed still alters their DNA, you know what I mean?
Not really. I mean, for the most part in the lore, they went and recruited off like death worlds or their home worlds, and then they take the recruits and they
turn Salamanders black.
But these are, but that's a whole different process. In 40k, they go and recruit, they find kids, and they kind of train them. In the soldier universe, I think it's a '98 movie. They are made from birth. They are gene coded from birth to be a soldier, and more or less clone troopers, but they're not cloned. They're simply pumped full of this fucking technology that made them into
anabolic steroids. Soldiers.
I believe that. I believe that mothers were paid, like, hey, you're being pregnant. Do you want your kid? We'll pay you X much money for it. And like, okay. I mean, I suppose. And they would go and they would buy these fucking kids, and they would take the kids and turn them into soldiers.
You know, the most fucked up thing is, people would be like, oh, no one would ever sell a kid. Like, that just wouldn't happen. I don't know, enough people abort them, so, like, you know, if you're telling me a woman who's going to abort anyway, wouldn't be like, yo, do you want, like, $1 million?
Well, it's exactly, like, so they would go in and find these mothers who were like, you know, I don't really want this kid. So, basically, if I remember right, I might be remembering wrong, to be fair, but the military would like go through hospitals and try and find like, hey, do you want your kid? Hey, do you want your kid? I remember, I don't know if the movie shows it, but I remember reading a book about it because I think it's based off a novel. I'm not quite sure, but like they would go, hey, you know, all these abortions are wasting good genetic material. We need to go in and try and recover and acquire the genetic material to make soldiers. They would go through these hospitals and find, like, you know, poor mothers or knocked up single moms. Like, hey, if you don't want your kid, we'll pay you $30,000 for it. And they would cut these chicks a check and just scoop that fucking kid up and just fucking gene alter it. And I believe in the book they talked about how they would try and find them pregnant first and go, hey, you want that baby? No? And they would take them to a military hospital and start gene coding the fucking fetus while it's growing. They have this big apparatus that would launch these probes into the stomach. So the chick would be like high on morphine, like, you know, and they'd be fucking just pumping these kids full of this coding. And when the baby was born, the babies were born quiet and silent. No, like the baby wouldn't cry. The baby would come out and sit up and wait for orders. It was fucking nuts.
What the fuck? Hey, that's bad. I don't know.
So
you know the worst thing is you can be like, oh, that would never happen. I can guarantee it. If they've got the technology, it's going on in China. In China, the Chinese are most. If this technology exists, it's most definitely already being implemented in China. There's no way.
If the Chinese did it, they would make every child a boy.
Yeah, well, they already did that and it fucked up for them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they've already had to dial that one back.
Remember the sparrows? Ugh, the birds.
Oh no.
All the birds.
So is there anything else you want to add to this? Is there anywhere else you want to go? Is there anything we want to add to this whole... Is it evil? Or is it... Like, you know... I think it's... Like, most definitely it is evil. But at the same time... So few people get enjoyment in their lives from, like, their work, and let's be serious. The sad truth is, you gotta work. Everyone has to work to some degree or another. It is what it is. Like, you know, very, very few people get to just, like, live off the dole, and even then, that's just not an enjoyable life in and of itself.
Unless you're like a shade of brown, just pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, but
is that fucking England?
Yeah, well, they love that. So they here, Garbu, that's what you get for trusting them boys. For fuck's sake! If any of you guys don't know, Garbu is. What do you want to tell them about that? About your fella that stole your stuff?
Yeah, the Pakistani guy who stole an entire IP because he's been grifting on YouTube for years. Let's not talk about that right now. I'm going to go through this fucking screen.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? This is what you get for trusting them.
Bro, like...
You get what you fucking deserve! I'm sorry.
If I had known, I'd be like, because I thought he was some like normal British dude.
Yeah, it's a shit.
But yeah, I got scammed and robbed by a what was he?
Was he just
can't remember.
Is he Indian or Arab or something?
He's definitely not white. I know that much, but more or less, like he more or less stole an IP.
Is he not from Birmingham? Like or like somewhere?
He's somewhere in there.
Yeah, like that.
I don't want to dox him. I'm like, I can't believe Garbro doxed a poor immigrant. But it's just like, I mean, it's just silly. But like, he's more or less he's puppeting around my IP like a fucking corpse suit. Like, and he's gonna have some fucking random dude like try and write it differently than me. And I'm like, okay,
thanks.
like whatever.
Thanks.
Fine. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah, so like we're 25 minutes in. I thought them two videos were kind of interesting. I thought they were worth talking about. I do want to hear what you guys have to say about that whole genetic modification. And the other problem that I have with genetic modification is, let's say in the next like near future when it is available and it does happen, the problem is if you do not genetically engineer your children, you are setting them up for failure almost.
Because they're gonna fall behind.
Yeah, so, they are gonna fall behind.
So you know Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
You remember like all of the corporations, they have like schools that the poor kids can go into. Yeah. It'd be like that, more or less.
Most definitely.
It'd be like, I can't afford to go to this giant corporation and learn, so I had to go to the cheap one. Actually, I think Edge Runners shows it really, really well.
Yeah.
How the like, because then it's not genetic, it's cybernetic, but it's more of the same thing. If you don't have your kid gene coded like not be ginger or whatever, they're gonna fall behind. Like my kid's gonna have no freckles, blue eyes, blonde hair, white skin, smart as shit. Off you go. It's just gonna print a lawyer out. Have a fucking womb.
Like one of the saddest things about humans, I feel like most definitely, is when we spend, especially if you look at kids entertainment, so much of kids entertainment is focused on trying to teach kids that you shouldn't judge people how they look. You shouldn't judge people for being ugly. You shouldn't judge people for being X, Y, or Z. But the sad truth of the matter is, in the adult world, that is most definitely the case. You are judged whether or not you're appealing or not, like whether or not you look nice. You are judged on your height. You're judged on your dialect, your background, everything about you, which is kind of sad, but it's just a matter of fact. Like there's not, like, let's be serious, there's not many people that work in direct sales that are ugly. Do you know what I mean? You just can't be ugly and do that job. You can be.
It could be a face. You can be attractive, and that's one of the things where like uggos and fatties will be mad, like, oh, I can't move. Like that's just organic engineering, dude.
I'm sorry to say, but like if you're fat, people are going to judge you on being fat. And again, like this is something that, again, like look, Shrek would be a great one, but so many kids' entertainment is focused on, we should never judge people like this. We shouldn't do that. The world would be a better place. It's like, yeah, but we don't do that.
There's
it's human nature.
Well, then as all humans, I will judge them directly.
Yes.
Based exactly how they look like.
No, I was judging them on their actions the entire time, guys. I'm sorry.
You want to create or show racism? You go, cool. What kind of doctor you want?
Show me the body cam footage. Can I see that real quick? That would be great. Anyway. Anyway, so
you saw my tweet, I see.
Why? What did you post? Did you post something about body cam footage?
The community leader body cam.
No, I haven't seen that.
He was a leader. He was a leader in the fucking community. It's like some like raging black dude attacking an officer. Like,
Let's see. What did you post?
Just go to. So scroll down. Where is it? What the fuck?
Hold on.
Where is it? Did it get removed? What the fuck?
Did they actually remove it? Oh, I'll just go to media here. 1 second.
Go to media. Yeah, go to media.
New trooper shoots and kills mission community leader in quotations or in who attacked an officer.
In quotations.
Attacked an officer, crashed a stolen cruiser, and played for over 11 minutes during a multi-state chase. How multi-state? What the fuck?
Dude stole a cruiser and is fucking just lit out down the road.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch this. You know what? I'm gonna watch this, but I'm definitely not gonna be able to put this on YouTube. I just want to see what's on. Hold on.
That's Jesus, bitch! That's Jesus, bitch! Oh, get down on the ground!
So he starts with non-lethal and then hand-to-hand.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have put two in his chest by the minute that it didn't fucking work.
Yeah, that's...
Behold your community leaders. Like that officer is so fucking patient. Holy shit!
Wait, what the?
Okay, let's take him out. Let's talk for Jesus. Go ahead.
Dude, just
Wait, what the fuck? How many times has he hit them?
well, the thing is, that cop is beating on him, and it has no fucking effect.
Right, I'm sorry, guys. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to bleep out the video so well, but I'll just leave in the audio. Garbu, where do you find this link? Do you have it on your YouTube or on your thingy?
I sent it to you. Just post it in the thing, man.
I don't want to post it on YouTube though, because then YouTube will play. Okay. Well, you guys are gonna. You guys are gonna.
Just find replies. Just find my replies, and you'll find it.
All right.
The ground now. Lay down. Lay down.
Like, that cop is rocking him, and he's just...
I don't know.
Because you can watch the cop, like, literally fucking jerk his head left or right from the impacts, and it just does nothing. So clearly, the community leader is a leader in using methamphetamine. Or something like,
yeah.
I'm going to show all y'all how to do meth, like, real good. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Right. You know what? Let's just keep going. I don't really know what else to put on that. Will we see the last day?
People don't season their reviews.
Will we see what the last day of TG was like then? And I honestly don't think it's the last day. I think the site will be back up soon enough.
It'll come back, but the revelation that most of the emails were like .gov and .edu.
Yeah. I mean, did you not, like, I think most people knew that, like, let's be serious, especially Paul, and especially, see, Biz, honestly, them boys made a fucking mint on Biz, I'm telling you right now. Like, if you want to be like, they say they don't get paid, them boys on Biz make fucking mad money, because it's pretty well known that, so say if someone wants to make a shitcoin explode, and they don't want other ones to not go up, they'll just pay Biz moderators to delete any threads from any other meme.
Are you for real?
Yeah, that's pretty well known. Yeah. They make them boys make fucking mad money, so they do. Like, mad money.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, they get bribed and shit?
Yeah, they get bribed. See the amount of money Biz moderators make? It is fucking insane. Like, they
That's
make...
so cringe.
they make fucking mad stacks. Like, see the whole thing, like, they do it for free. Yes, they may do it. Well, maybe federal agents still get paid for, like...
So, like, they're insider trading with the fucking government, like...
But Biz moderators made it fucking silly money, so they did. Sadly, I don't think what ones don't make any money. Definitely X moderators made fucking nothing.
EG definitely don't.
No, they made fucking nothing. TV, maybe there might be some.
My poo, Jenny.
Maybe there might be some federal agents that worked on that one, just because. You need to
my shit, Jenny. You do it for free.
Right, let's see. What threads they had? An Adventuring Guild, Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, a jungle. Great. Don't you love jungles?
I know there's one thread I was watching about them like shit talking the D&D going, please make stuff for free for us again.
Yeah.
Please come back.
Yeah,
please make our books for us.
Wait,
like,
that was you
motherfuckers.
I saw that. You posted that one.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I posted it. And like, I remember one guy on the thread went, "Huh, a black guy, huh?" And the whole thread went off the rails after that. Like, I was like, "Eh."
I mean,
calling all creators, do you want to publish your own material again? We're out of ideas. All of our shit sucks. And we're like, really, you goofy motherfucker.
But like, I've said it before, and I've said it again. Wizards has to be a money laundering operation, because there's no way they can have that many staff and produce so much absolute dog shit. Although On the other hand, it makes complete sense why they only get dog shit lighters, because anyone who is even remotely half decent would just do it themselves, and then they would just make, like, don't get me wrong, the RPG market ain't big. It's not a big market. There's very
it's getting bigger.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not huge.
No, like, very few people are making a good living. Do you know what I mean? Very few people can even afford to do it full time, let alone make any serious decent money off it. So, you know, it is what it is.
Like, I'm doing it full time, but I have a fucking military pension and I'm still fucking struggling to
yeah, right, you know, for me, like, I do a ton of other things like YouTube and all this other stuff. You
literally have to.
This isn't my main job anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. I would say easily like 2 years now. So yeah.
Hey, Garbro and Guy, are you? You know, hey, Garbro and Neckbeardia, are you really enjoying yourselves? No, we're not.
I would say
living is pain.
I mean, like. So for me personally, I still get to do this sort of stuff. I still get to do like more creative stuff, and I don't really have to care if it's good or like not that if it's good or not. I don't have to care if it performs. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas before, if I did something and I thought it was a fun idea and I really wanted to do it and I did it and it didn't perform well, then it was a massive waste of time and I fucked myself. Whereas now, I can just still enjoy it, even if it doesn't perform very well. Like the Deck of Clickers. Like, the Deck of Clickers did not perform very well. Is it a very much a hyper niche product? Yeah. Is it got a big pull of people that are willing to buy it? No, there's fuck all people willing to buy it. It's just not, it just doesn't have mass appeal, you know. But was it fun to do? Most definitely. Does something like that, do I want something like that to exist?
The false prophet will lead us to victory.
But you know, well, you get what I'm trying to say. Will we go on to this then? Is D&D dying? Anti-cliche world building? Let's see, what was the state of the absolute state of the absolute state of TG in 2025 or before its death? We don't know if it's dead. I think it'll be back soon enough, if to be honest with you.
It'll be back, but are you really going to go back to it? Like, because now you know, like, no one gave a shit and the mods had personal reasons for banning people, like...
Oh, yeah, but nah, that's literally everywhere you go, though. They're just better at it. Like, you know where unironically, the easiest place to get banned from? The only two boards that I've ever been banned from any length of time was both Biz and Pull.
You were banned from Biz?
Yeah. It's really easy to get banned from Biz, honestly. It's really, honestly, I'm not...
How do you do, my fellow shitcoiners? And you're out.
Yeah. Like, look, it is what it is. It's pretty easy. You know, I've never been banned from TG, which I'm shocked about, but I've never posted anything, like, out there. You know what I mean? Oh, who's this? Odie, what do you want? Oh, the dog's just barged his way into the room, so he has. Anyway, so
what you want?
Will we see now? This thread was made Monday, the 14th of April, at fuck me, at 6 o'clock. I remember when there used to be a very active community for games that was growing rapidly and peaked during early COVID. Yeah, well, I would say it was more just 5e. But now it feels like there isn't anybody left, just grifters pushing their own D&D rip-offs. What happened? Pretty much what always happens with a lot of these sort of things. Like, you know, we had things like Matt Mercer with Critical Role. We had things like Stranger Things. We had a big rebirth in like 80s nostalgia. And we had
normies came running in like, oh my god, it's so cool.
We had COVID, which was the perfect storm for something like role-playing games because you could play them online.
You're stuck at home but nothing to do. You want something to do?
Well, a lot of people, when I talk to a lot of people don't believe me that role-playing games are massive in the US Army. Like, and people are like, no, they're not, James.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
No, they actually are fucking gigantic. How often are you going to get that many guys together to actually be able to play a game? Like,
you can, like, people would literally play games in between, like, fucking motor pool shit. Like, they'd pull out their pocketbooks with their character sheets, and they'd be fucking playing, like, a fucking module while like, at the motor pool waiting for the fucking check-off signature.
And it makes sense, because how often do you get that many guys together, like, doing fuck all, and there's fuck all else to do? You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious. Like, you know, COVID, perfect storm. And again, let's be serious. How many people do you know, Garbro, that they like the concept of RPGs, but they don't actually care for them very much.
Well, most of them are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they're like, oh man, this looks so much fun, but don't realize that a lot of these games are, like, gotta be creative, and they're fucking NPCs.
Do you think a lot of people just wanted Baldur's Gate 3?
They didn't understand what they're getting into.
Yeah.
They thought it was gonna be like a video game. Now, I've had a lot of success, people going, oh, this is like a better video game, because they can do whatever they want. They're not bound by code. But a lot of people, like, they can't use their imagination. They can't visualize what they're doing. They don't really know how to be someone else. It's going to sound dumb, but they literally cannot play pretend. Like, it's just, some people can't do it, and they need that video game-like system, which is why I thought that this would be I thought that fucking WTC was going to knock it apart by making that big old, like, VTT they're talking about, or you're going to be able to auto-populate encounters and maps, you have a little 3D model, because that would get all the normies fucking running in, because they can play a Vigima game that's also playing D&D,
and you get your AI DMs and all that jazz sorted out for you.
So no.
So even has to be a DM.
As far as I was aware, it would require like a person to run it. But the thing is, though, trying to get around is that, you know, you had that visual fucking brain candy for fucking Zoomers and shit, or these people who just can't visualize, you know, an RPG game. So they had the little guy, and I believe WTC was gonna like have like fucking gear packs and shit, where you're doing like fucking gotcha for gear. It's some weird shit they were planning.
Loot boxes. But do you want loot boxes? I can't wait for loot boxes and gold.
Well, the thing is, I knew that if they did it, it was gonna be a fucking absolute slam dunk. And I'm still kind of not sure how WTC fucked that up. Like, I'm still flabbergasted that they didn't, like, you have all the resources, all the people, all the coders, and you can't make a fucking VTT. Foundry made a VTT. You guys already have Baldur's Gate. Just take Baldur's Gate 3 and convert that bitch to be like a fucking drag and drop auto-populate war game. And they couldn't fucking figure it out.
Can you combine Mario Maker with
Mario Maker?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
combine Mario Maker and Baldur's Gate 3, and so many people would be very, very happy with that. I would say a lot of people would completely move their games over to that system if they could. Like, they would definitely. Well, I can see the appeal over something like Roll20, you know?
What they could have done is take fucking. You remember the fucking Wii people, like the Wii place where like you go like the Wii mall, you walk around. Have that for fucking D&D. People fucking eat that shit up like they're like little grognards. It's what they would do. It'd be like, oh hey, we can go in a virtual town with all of our characters and hang at the bar and drink beer.
I'm gonna go to the barcade. I'm gonna go to the bar. Wait, what's that meme? I'm gonna get a vasectomy.
Yeah. The thing is, they could have done it, and I'm still not sure how the fuck they fucked it up. Like, that could have been their golden goose. That would it would have destroyed Roll20. It would have destroyed Foundry. It would have made me and you look like fucking backwoods hicks, because like, oh, you don't have a full 3D game? Well, D&D does, you fucking peasant. And they somehow didn't do it. And I'm still like confused, because like
they fucked it. Because they're just leatards.
Well, you know what?
Garbo, there's not much.
Actually, they released it and no one even fucking knew.
Did they?
Yes, they released that whole thing and not a fucking word was said, and lo and behold, it fucking sucks cock.
Well, that's probably why. That's probably why they didn't want to promote it, because they knew it was shit. You better off not letting people know about that.
Yeah, but how do you fuck it that bad?
I don't know.
Like, how?
Right, let's keep going. How long are we in? We are... Okay, we've got 15 minutes, so we do, because I need to wrap this up for an hour. Let's see what else was happening on TG on the last day. Anti-cliche world building. What else do we have here? What do you say?
I had a pretty good thread, by the way.
Oh, was it that one?
Yeah.
Let's see what. I didn't even prep anymore. Battle tech. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with that one then. Well, let's see what the last thread was all about. Do you know any good franchises that successfully avoided cliches? I'm tired of searching for a Kilgore just to find out the conflict happened because man meets stupidity / false idols, romance, drama, prophecies, ideology, etc. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you saying that shit's bad? That shit's... Get your shit together, man. I'll have none of that. It's all the urbanite, disingenuous hellhole. How can I learn myself? I want to create worlds and gore without falling in cliches. It is very hard because I think a lot of cliches actually do work a lot of the time. Like, just because something is a cliche doesn't automatically mean it's bad. It does mean
there are times for it, for sure.
Anything can be done poorly. Does that make sense? Like, everything can be done piss poorly. Like, you could argue all of 40k are massive cliches.
It's cliche. Yeah.
Everything, like, there's very few things in 40k that isn't. But I still enjoy it. You know? I still like it.
Well, it's a big, campy, expansive cliche. Which the thing is, it may be cliche, but there are huge sparks of originality within the cliche. The word they should have said was rote, like really overdone, overutilized, overused things.
Is it done poorly a lot of the time?
Yeah, because cliches. I mean, they're the cliche for a reason. Because it's a very real life thing. People say all the damn time, like, oh, let me guess. The wife killed her husband? Yeah, because they kill a lot of their fucking husbands, It's a cliche for a reason. But things that are rote or, like, underwritten or like, things that aren't done correctly, that's what you should really be aiming your glass at and trying to keep from doing that in particular. Because that's the things that really fuck you up,
Yeah, let's see, is there anything decent in this thread? No such thing, good writing is cliched. That's literally why they're all cliches. Sadly, a lot of it is. You could argue, I think there's a really good argument for most stories are just rewrites of the same fucking thing again and again. Like,
some of them are.
There was a great one.
There are tropes. There are tropes that can be written all the time.
I love the one about Harry Potter just being a rewrite of the Bible. Or Boy Who Lived and all that shit.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I like that. Like, or the hero's journey and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get me wrong. Like, is the hero's journey overdone? Yeah. But do we love it still? Do is it hard?
Well, people love watching a hero suffer.
Yeah, and is that a bad thing? I don't know. I quite enjoy it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying these sort of things.
I like a well-written suffering story where the hero, or the main character, we want to call it the MC. You see them got to deal with all the shit they got to deal with, and they kind of overcome that via whatever they do. Overcoming adversity is more or less the life stories. It's the story of life, and sometimes you want to watch someone else suffer for a bit, or you want to, or read about some guy because that way, because if you make a hero's journey story that's so horrible, like, oh yeah, my wife and kids were raped by race, and I gotta watch, and they didn't ate their bodies. You go, oh well, my problem with having my car battery die isn't as bad as it could be. It kind of adds a perspective that some people may lack, and they go, "Oh, okay. Well, my life sucks, but my kid was put on spikes and roasted by goblins, so it could be worse."
What do you make of Jin then? Because I think Jin kind of, what? Yeah, is Paul Atreides?
Beware jihad. That's all I fucking learned.
Is Paul Atreides a Mary Sue? Because pretty much he doesn't really have much. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, he does.
Well, Mary Sues are treated properly. Paul is not treated properly in any part of the series. He actually suffers a fair bit.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad, his entire clan / nation / nobility structure was decimated. And, it's decimated by a back alley deal with the emperor, who just wanted to see him removed. So he more or less lost most of his family and friends due to political power struggles. And go ahead.
No, you go for it. You keep going.
Well, it's just like fucking Duncan Idaho and all of them. We watched them slowly die piece by piece, and more or less, that entire royal line was more or less decimated. I believe it's Paul, his mom, and his sister who are alive, right?
Yeah. Oh, his sister's born after she's born in the desert, is she not?
Oh, yeah. She's born on the planet.
Yeah,
but it's the thing of because compare Paul to fucking Ray. It's a fucking.
Oh yeah, it is night and day. Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. It's not even funny. But I do still feel like the only because Paul just seems to. I suppose he is the chosen one and all. Well, he's not the chosen one, but what's the right word for it? He is the what's the title that they have for the movie?
Like the fucking prophetized one?
Yes, all that. Well, I'm just going to call him the chosen one. There's going to be people shouting at me in the comments like, James, why do you not do this off the top of your head? It's been a few months, okay, guys?
You fucking stupid?
Maybe. Yeah. I had that one the other day, actually. Here, wait, do you see this one, Garfield?
Really?
Yeah, wait, do you see this? So, all I'm saying is, I was fucking right. So, I posted this meme, right? So, a lot of people are still shitting.
Saw that, yeah.
A lot of people are still shitting their pants over the whole tariffs. Now, I'm not going to get into the tariffs because people have got so many strong thoughts and strong opinions. My view is,
and they're all wrong.
We'll see what happens. Okay, that's all I have to say. We'll see what happens, and I will just refer back to this picture because this picture has been right more times than wrong. And oh fuck, he deleted his comment, did he? Oh, he deleted his comment. No way!
I love when they delete comments. It's like my favorite.
Someone commented saying, "Are you fucking retarded, James?" And I just looked back at maybe, and then I posted that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like, James, are you fucking retarded? On occasion, yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm a fucking
old hands, perhaps.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bullshit. It's actually I have a very high IQ. I understand Rick and Morty every single time. Okay, guys.
I'm literally Morty, and you're not.
You guys wouldn't get it. Let's keep going. We'll do one more.
Stairs and Joker smoking a cigarette. You wouldn't get it.
To me, the crazy frog is just a frog, man. Oh, Jesus.
Why is the frog sad? I don't know. He just is.
Here we go. Last one. Will we go with this one? GM Vent Thread. That's a good old classic. Let's see. You wanna take us away, Garbu? You wanna go with this one? Can you see it?
Sure. So, be me, running a game for a group of friends. That's your first mistake. Party has made strong characters to approach encounters smart. Nearly every encounter is either an ambush or otherwise it lends a clear tactical advantage to them. Players say encounters are too easy and they need stronger enemies. Understood.jpg. A few sessions later, the characters have managed to make an enemy, not someone randomly encountered, but someone who actively knows about and hates them because they killed his friend in a different encounter. An ally who knows about this warns them in advance that someone dangerous is out for their blood. This is laughed off, and the players start jokingly taking bets on who will get the kill this time. Sounds more like an evil party, actually.
Yeah.
This enemy lays a trap for the party at a moment when the party chose to split up because they were too confident. The half caught in the trap are outnumbered, surrounded, caught in position where retreat is very difficult, and the enemy in question is strong. Other half rushing to catch up after being held up by distractions set for them specifically to delay them from regrouping. One PC knocked unconscious and captured, the other escapes to rally with the rest of the party. Because I'm not a dick and I'm not actually trying to kill the party, have the unconscious one captured to be used as bait later to lure the rest of the party out. Feel like this could set up a sort of bonding moment for the party when they save her, really establish that the party are more than just convenient allies now. Session ends with the capture and escape. Party starts whinging about the encounter being unfair. Accused me of specifically targeting the unconscious one. I wasn't. And even so, they would take the unconscious one. They're fucking, whatever.
Right.
Player.
Just keep going. Finish it off, and then we'll go, then we'll go like, well, this is why you're a fucking retard, guys, okay?
Here's why you're fucking retarded. Player audits the resources the NPC spent to make sure it was all legit and I wasn't fudging rolls. I wasn't, aside from one or two instances where I genuinely miscounted. I tried to do what they asked, and now they're pissed off about it. GM Vent Thread. Love my group. This incident has me feeling so deflated. Yeah, I mean, they're given it a proper challenge, and they were overconfident, and they got their fucking dick smacked. It fucking happens.
Yeah. See, this is the thing I find with a lot of players. You know what? This may be very unpopular me saying this, but sometimes
A fucking unpopular opinion.
No, sometimes I completely understand where what was the one about Diablo? It's like you guys think you want it, but you don't.
Oh, that was WoW Classic Vanilla. You guys think you do, but you don't.
Yeah.
And it turns out like it's carrying the entire franchise.
Yeah, it literally saved them. It literally saved them. But I feel like players are really bad for this. I feel like they think they want this, but when they actually go through with it, all they do is piss and moan and shit themselves. It's kind of like whenever players say, like, "Oh, I want more like puzzles," and then you give them puzzles, and then they're just like fucking too stupid to work out the puzzle. You know, like how often does that happen?
Which fucking happens? Yeah, like you guys are just fucking retarded.
Can we do?
And like,
or they ask, "Can we do X, Y, and Z?" You bring them to go do X, Y, and Z, and they don't bother interacting with X, Y, or Z at all. Like nothing. It's like, I thought this is what you wanted.
Cool. Thanks.
It's like,
or like you offer them the ability. Hey, you want to build the base here? Okay, do you want to build the base here? No, we're good. Okay, and like 4 months roll by. You want to build your base? No, we're good. I'm like you, and then like when they finally die, man, we never got to build a base. I'm like, are you guys fucking out of your mind?
The fuck is going on? You get people.
Damn it!
Yeah, I feel like players are really, really bad for that. In particular, not all of them, but there is a lot of players. I feel like I'm at the point where I'm completely at the point where players just need to fucking get over themselves and just go with whatever the DM has in store for them when it comes to like the campaign. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's a big ask, William.
I feel like you gotta just be like, you kind of just gotta trust your DM in the style. Like, I've got a style. You've got a style. Everyone DMs slightly differently. Everyone plays games slightly differently. And you kind of have to understand what you're getting into, you know? And sometimes it's better off just being like, just trusting them. Be like, you know what? Because I get this a lot. Like, you know, I'm not an artist. I can't draw. I can't, like, you know, I can't do that type of shit. So whenever I, like, commission any artwork, I kind of give artists, like, an idea of what I would like. But I'm like, honestly, you just do your thing. Because, like, I'm not an artist. You're an artist. I can tell you what looks good and what doesn't look good. But I can't create that image because I'm just not an artist. You know, and I feel like sometimes you gotta just trust people into doing what they think is the right way to do it. Does that make any weird sense?
It does, yes.
Of course, there's, like, you know, altercations in this, and it isn't just the DM's game by any means, but I feel like sometimes you should trust your DM more than what people give them credit for. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people just don't at all, and that's not a bad thing, you know? What would your view be, Garblue? Would you go for that at all, or do you think it's...
I mean, I have the worst fucking takes on this shit, though. As like a jaded DM, like,
go for it.
You all deserve to hang.
Players should just be lined up, and they should be putting the... Oh, by the way, you know what? Before we finish off, I've got something to talk
Riveting
to you.
story. Now please face the wall.
Yeah. No, that's got me thinking. So I took Ozzy to a model wheelway show last week, and he fucking loved it. It was just down the road from us. It was like, I'm not even joking, it was 10 minutes from our house. So me and him walked to it. It was on the Saturday and the Sunday. So we went on the Saturday together, and he absolutely loved it. And he wanted Megan to come as well. So we went again the Sunday as well. He absolutely loved it. Big time. Megan's like, we're not, I'm sorry, but we're not doing that type of autism in this household. We're not doing model twins. You know, we're just not. But I activated his neurons just in the right way. And I was telling the boys...
Man, these steam trains are kind of fucking... Now, mind you, you're doing it. I'm in fucking Minnesota at their train museum going, man, these trains are fucking awesome.
They're cool. Like, honestly, see some of the dioramas that some of them old boys have. It was pretty good. I will give them credit. However... Where was I going to go with this? I was telling the boys on Discord about it, and they were saying, "Oh, James, when are you going to make a wee ice drama then?" It's like, oh, I think I could do that. Oh, Meg would never.
I probably could, and I'd love it, but my wife would be like, "Oh, you're a fucking nerd." I'm like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah, I'll blank out what.
Stop hating what I love.
I'm going to blank out my. Come to think of it, I bought a toy tween set years ago, and I converted it for like 40k terrain, and it actually looked really good. I'll need to get it out of the attic actually because I painted it and I thought it actually came out pretty good. And I made like
I know a lot of Chaos
Dwarves
Wars players did that.
Did they? Oh well, I suppose that's Warhammer Fantasy. I did it for 40k, so I did like just some for me because I had a lot of like mechanics, like Forge World type of.
The Chaos Dwarfs had fucking giant siege trains, so they take like train sets. They fucking do some Greeble work, and they make these giant like Chaos Dwarf siege trains and like mortars on them and shit. They would take 40k Imperial Guard siege mortars and they put them on top of the trains and kind of make it all work together.
See, that's the thing. I need to do that. Like, see what always activated my neurons was whenever people would put like RC kits into like land leaders and stuff. And I'm like, I need to do that.
It's literally me.
I don't know what it is, but see when people put like little lights and stuff, because I can do that sort of stuff. I believe it or not, guys, I did study electronic engineering for 4 years. I might actually be able to do these sort of things, and sometimes I look at it and it's like, mate, that's so fucking straightforward, and it's like, I want to do it. I'm gonna do it actually with some terrain. I'm gonna work on some terrain in the near future, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it.
I'm making a train. This is really fucking crash out.
I'm gonna make it happen. So that was the last day of TG as we know it. Who knows if the site will be back? I think it will be.
It's the end of 4chan as we know it.
Who knew it would fucking go out like this? I think it will be back. I think anyone that's like, oh no, it's completely gone, it's gone forever.
I just figured that if they were doing it for free, they'd take more love in the coding, but whatever.
Yeah, I think it'll be back. I'm not worried at all. The only thing that I would be worried about is, you know what? If you think of it like this, remember whenever Tumblr went down and everyone cheered and clapped and laughed?
All the fucking furries like fucking scattered. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like that just made the internet so much fucking worse. It wasn't even funny. Like genuinely, there was a noticeable downgrade in the quality of the internet within 6 months of Tumblr going down. That shit won't kill. So what the fuck will this be like then? What on earth is the world going to be like if all the boards of 4chan are scattered to the four winds?
The day the Earth stops spinning. It's just fucking 4chan, like in a giant like smoking crater.
Shit. So we'll just see what happens, guys. We will just see what happens. Because I see a lot of people like, what do you think, Arbor? Do you think it'll be back?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm gonna say I wouldn't mind a better website.
I would like something maybe a bit newer and a bit more user friendly.
Well, they kept trying to fish for your fucking email. Like, I don't want to give you my fucking email. I gotta wait like 8 minutes to post. The fuck?
Who the fuck give 4chan their email to begin with? That's what I always thought. Like, see, whenever I saw like it first come up, it was like users docs. So it's like, wait, you can dox people by like their IP address? Is that possible? It's like people.
Well, at the same time, why are they fucking? Well, they're fucking email getting us. Like, well, you can post in 9 minutes, or you can give me your email. Like, bro, who the fuck cares? Let me post my goddamn meme.
Yeah, this
new Noi 4chan kind of fucking blew dicks.
Yeah, it just wasn't the same. But again, like, let's be serious.
I don't like change.
Image boards are sadly a thing of the past for the most part. Like, it's such an alien concept in this day and age.
I like my memes on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't like. Facebook's alright. It's just Facebook's not bad for like a handful of like niche groups. See, when it comes to like niche hobby interest groups, I think Facebook's actually not that bad. When it comes to most other things, it's fucking trash. If you're trying to sell stuff, it's fucking amazing. Like, if you want to sell to boomers, get on Facebook, man. Honestly, start selling shit on Facebook because it's nothing.
Oh, look at these cool journals.
Me telling you, it fucking works, man. Every time. You know what I mean? If you're going to make money, you got to make money off the boomers. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to wrap up, will we? And we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens in the future. Or is there already talk about where people are moving to? Because the worst thing is, actually, it was about
Discord. They're all on Discord.
Is it all Discord now? Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, there's a lot of 4chan Discords now, and more or less, there's some giant. I haven't found an invite link yet, but it's basically a giant, a giant proto 4chan on Discord where they have like all the threads and shit. But that's just chaos.
Yeah, I would not want to be I would not want to be on that if I.
And to the point where, like, I really do prefer the 4chan format if I can just scroll down and read shit.
Yeah. I think it just worked. Like, honestly, you know
Oh,
what?
look, the main topic. Oh, look, people talking. Scroll. Like, it just makes more sense to me.
As rudimentally as it is, the system worked. You know what I mean? And I don't like change. I don't like change, guys, okay?
Don't like fucking change.
Yeah. Right, anyway, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up Love Yous and Leave Yous. If you have any... Is there anything... Oh, before we go, anything worth talking about? Anything... Do you need to bring anything up? Do you think you need to chill?
I'm writing a sci-fi series now, which I unfortunately made the main character furry, so that's a mistake, but...
Good job,
we're in
Garfield.
it.
And you wonder why people say that you're actually a crypto furry.
Look, man, aliens can have... there's space elves and space snakes, no one cares. They see a single furry alien, oh, okay. Garbo. What?
Okay, we know what type of man you are.
Yeah, a man wants money to fund his projects. God damn it.
Yeah, whether we like it or not. Like, you know, sometimes I feel bad for artists that are like having to do furry porn and stuff.
Sometimes you just need a suspiciously wealthy furry man. That's just how it is.
Sometimes, like, you know, like you need that money. You know what I mean? And I can't judge anyone. Anyway,
What's really fun is one guy goes like, "I hate furries, but I love your sci-fi series." I'm like, thanks, I guess.
I mean, look, it is what it is. Anyway.
Did I ever show you the armor?
Yes. Yeah, throw it up. It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, all right. So, like, I wanted to do, like, not really, like your usual sci-fi armor. So I had, like, so in the setting, the humans, you know, almost got eradicated by aliens. So they had to wear, like, museum pieces in the combat. So they reflected their heritage of this via the drop armor they wear.
Oh.
So
looks pretty
I
good.
found a very nice man on Twitter who was like, I can draw. I was like, you draw? I draw. Oh, man. And I mean, you know, I got him working and drawing it up. He did an awesome job. And
yeah, looks pretty good.
this is where we are.
Yeah, so there you go.
And there are space elves, there's space snakes, there's space bats, there's space... You know, because we've all played Star Fox, okay? And that was like my first sci-fi game was Star Wars.
There's Space Busy. There's
Shadow of the Empire, and then Star Fox. I was like, I'll pay an homage to Star Fox. That seems fun. Not being tarred and feathered as a fucking furry.
I mean, it is.
God damn it.
Right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, links to everything down below. And if you have any questions, just like get hold of me on Twitter or something. Or, you know what I mean? And you guys know where to get Garbo. You should know this by now. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see
the
you
back
next
alley
time.
blowjob slot where fucking Garbro is.
Yeah, Garbo. Like, you can find them down there. Anyway, see you guys about. Bye bye.